Please say that again.
The best gift
Mm-hmm.
you can give to your partner, it's a gift of yourself.
You are saying your marriage is a reflection of yourself.
You say you cannot lead beyond yourself.
What do you mean when you say I cannot lead beyond myself?
We love to take people to places that we have never been ourselves.
Welcome to Relating Relationships with me, Desmond. Guys, welcome. Thank you for joining us once more. You know what we are all about. We are addicted to good conversations. And you must know that every time I have somebody here sitting with me, next to me, we're going to have a good conversation. And today I've got a very close friend of mine. The beautiful thing about this man is I can stay without seeing for some time, but when I meet up with him, it's like we just saw each other the day before and we have these conversations that we have. So yeah, let us welcome Mbongeni.
Ngiyaphileka la.
Ngiyaphileka ne?
Yeah.
Mbongeni wakabani Mbongeni?
Oh, Mbongeni wakakhanyile.
Yeah.
Father of 3, husband to 1 wife.
Father of 3.
Yes. 3 boys.
3 boys. Is it?
Yeah.
The oldest?
Is 12, 4 and 1 year 6 months.
12, 4, 1 year 6 months.
Yes.
Okay, so there was a
Which was by grace, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. By grace, you'll explain that one day what it means. But welcome, man. Welcome.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure, sir.
I just want us to carry on with the conversations that we've been having, right?
Okay.
And before we even do that, Mbongeni, you're a pastor,
Yes.
right? So we're talking to Pastor Mbongeni, guys. It looks like I've got a lot of pastor friends around me. Yes, yeah. So you're coming as a pastor. Where are you based? What's happening?
Based in Tembisa. I grew up in Tembisa, and then we have a beautiful church that we are pastoring. It's in Atteridgeville.
It's in Atteridgeville, okay.
It's called Bupilong Kingdom Embassy.
Bupilong
Kingdom
Embassy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Tembisa to Atteridgeville, that's quite a distance.
Yeah. But we'll be relocating soon.
Oh, okay. So my pastor friend, like I do with everybody else, we are relating relationships. We focus on the relating part of relationships because we've learned that if you cannot relate, it's not a relationship, right? There's no benefit there. So it's the relating part that brings forth all the other discussions that we are having. So like with you as well, like I do with everybody else, what is it that you feel you would love to talk about concerning relating in relationships?
Well, for me, relationships are very, very, very important. Without relationships, you are incomplete. So I've noticed quite a number of times that a lot of people they don't look after their relationships. They treat relationship recklessly. Yeah, the relationships need to be looked after, just like a tree. You must look after a tree. You must water the tree. You must prune the tree. You make sure with the tree it's in good condition. So are relationships.
Wow. Just that opening. Relationships need to be looked after.
Yes.
Need to be taken care of.
Yes, sir.
And so many of us, we've not taken care of relationships and we only realize when they're gone.
Yes.
That they needed to be taken care of. So it's work, basically.
Yes.
You need to work it out.
Yes.
So, with that said, what is your advice when you're talking about, because I know that you are more in line with, you almost like my wife, you're more in line with marriages, right? So what is it that you want to share in that line?
Actually, I was not sure if I will be speaking on marriages.
Okay, okay.
It's only when I got married, I realized, no, I need to take this serious in terms of teaching others what I have learned.
Yes, yes.
I'm plus minus 8 years married now. So there's quite a number of things that I've learned in marriage.
Wow.
So, but one of the key things that I've discovered, something that has changed my life, is the issue of personal development.
Personal development within the marriage.
Within the marriage.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, I came across a book some years ago. I think when I was still a teenager. I think I was in high school. So there is just this one quote that was in the book. That quote stayed with me. Now I'm 45 years old. No, I'm 44 years old. Imagine all these years, this quote, it's always been in my heart. It's always been in my heart. So I realized, you know what? I want to develop something around that quote so that I can be able to teach other people what I have learned from that quote.
Okay, okay.
So what I saw in that book, this was the quote. It says, the best gift that you can give to your partner is the gift of yourself.
Please say that again.
The best gift
Mm-hmm.
you can give to your partner, it's a gift of yourself.
Okay.
I will explain.
Yes.
The success of your marriage is a result of what you have done in a personal space. So in other words, if you have worked on yourself, you've worked on your anger issues, you've worked on quite a number of things in your personal. So when by the time you go to you go to marriage, then in other words, you things will be better in that space. Why? Because where in your personal space you have dealt with these things, you worked on these things. So now, when you are with him or her, then it becomes smooth. At least kuba ngconywana. It's not going to be 100%, but things will be much better.
Sure. So you are saying your marriage is a reflection of yourself.
You say.
A lot of people might disagree with you.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say, no, even if I've worked on myself and stuff, the next person also has to work on themselves. So I can actually say, I'm fine. The problem is the next person.
Yes, but in this context,
Okay.
I'm saying it from the context of with you as a man, you as a leader. Remember, if you're gonna have to refer from the Bible in the book of Genesis, God found a man, Adam. So in the long run, and then there was Eve.
Yes.
In other words, it was very much important kuti Adam abe in right standing with God, abe in right standing with quite a number of things. So by the time Eve is in the picture, then things are much smoother, things are much better. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I think I get what you're saying. With one of the topics that we've been busy with on procrastination, one of the people commented on that. This comment says, there's stuff that he says before. This is the part that I want us to pay attention to. She says, what I'm taking from this is the importance of self-awareness, and doing the necessary shadow work on yourself to allow for better relationship with those around you.
That's true.
So you must do the shadow work on yourself, right? So for me now, it's what you're saying is in line with what she's saying here. So tell us more about this work that you need to do.
Okay.
On yourself to be the best gift for your partner.
Yeah. You need to be the best version of yourself.
Okay.
Actually, what you need to do as a person, you need to work on yourself. Working on yourself refers to a lot of things. It refers to reading books. You need to read books, attend seminars, get mentors, get people who excited about life, the way you are excited about life, the way people see things, the way uzibona ngakhona. Be around those people. But the most important thing is you need to go within you and search within you and take out the best version of you within you.
How do I do that?
You do that by personally applying things that you have learned. If say, for example, you read a book, and then you take what you have read from the book and you apply it into your personal space. That's the only way.
Okay. I agree with you. It sounds good, but I want us to be practical.
Okay.
Maybe then let's talk about, or maybe let me do it this way. Let me give you a platform to talk in detail about this thing.
Okay.
And give us a picture of how aware now, because you said these are things that you've learned, right? 8 years of marriage, these are things that you've learned. This is what we want to train other people. So make it practical so that somebody who's listening can know exactly when I stand up from here to listen, from listening to this podcast or this YouTube channel, these are the things that I need to go and practice to make sure that I get the end results that Mbongeni is talking about.
Yeah. Well, let me give you a picture.
Okay.
Let's say Mashaya.
Mashaya, what is that? A liar.
A liar.
Okay, you lie.
I lie a lot. Yeah, in my nature, it's just lying. So,
because not Mashaya, it makes sense, right?
Yes.
But I'm thinking of the guy who only understands English.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Let's say I lie a lot. Yeah. When I open my mouth, it's just nothing but lying.
Yes.
Lying.
Yes.
So imagine if you go into the space where you are with a partner. So you can just imagine what you'll just be living a life of lying. So all of a sudden you will lose trust with the partner. So now when I'm referring it to this thing of working on yourself. This is what you work on. So in working on yourself now, you look at yourself in the mirror, you face yourself and say, Mbongeni, you are a liar. You are full of lies. So now you're gonna have to change that whole picture thing. You're gonna have to inwardly going to uproot this lying thing, and now say to yourself, which now I want to speak the person who speaks the truth. So you're gonna have to affirm yourself. You're going to affirm yourself, I am the person who speaks the truth. So it's not gonna be something 1 day. It's not gonna be something 2 months. It's not gonna be something 1 year. It's a lifetime thing. It's something that you're gonna constantly going to be working on a daily basis. Actually, what we mean by personal development. Personal development is just developing good habits. It's taking good habits and applying into your life. You know, we're just changing just habits and patterns that you have developed in the years. Remember, all these things, it took a lot of time, a lot of years to develop within you. So it's going to also take some time. They're not just going to go away in just a day. It's going to take time. You're going to have to be intentional about it. You're going to have to work on it. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to have to work on it.
Again, you're making me go again about what we spoke about, because I've realized procrastination is everywhere with these things, right? We spoke with Umusa the other time, and he asked me if am I procrastinating, and I said I'm aware. And for me was awareness. It's a very important step in our lives, right? For you to be aware of the issues that you have to deal with, for you to be aware of yourself. Kuti mina, who am I? Who do I want to be? How do I want people to perceive me? But have that awareness of what is it that is stopping me from being what I want to be or who I want to be. First thing. But what you're talking about again is the awareness of the future. To say, in the future I want to be this person. In the future I want to get married. So, and I'm talking to the fact that you're saying it's not going to take a day or a month, it's going to take some time. So what I'm getting from you, Guti, I need to be aware, Guti, where do I want to see myself in the future so that I can prepare myself for the future that I want.
Yes.
So if I'm saying I want to get married one day, then I need to be able to say, what are the things that I need to work on for me to prepare myself? So the earlier I do it, the better.
Yes.
I always say to my wife, the older we get, there's certain things that we must do away with. One of them is mangim dala, and I'm jealousing somebody who's younger than me. Or I'm old, but I still tell lies.
Yes.
I'm old, but these funny habits. Now, because I understand I'm going to be older one day, and I want people to come to me and listen to my wisdom, I need to prepare it now.
Yes.
So I'm just saying this so that people need to aware it's going to take some time. So the earlier you do it, the better.
Yeah.
Right?
Because now you find people, this is what they do. They engage themselves into building patterns, different patterns.
Patterns, okay?
And they do it for 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Then all of a sudden they stop. They say, no, this thing is not working.
Mbongeni, you just raised an interesting topic here when you spoke about patterns, right? And I want you to give us pictures of patterns and stuff. But for the sake of this time, can you give us a pattern from a gender that is not us, right? So from the ladies' side, what pattern can you give as an illustration to drive your point?
Well, here is Mbongeni, here is Nkele. They are both married.
Okay. They are both married to each other.
Yes, they are married to each other.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, here is Mbongeni. Mbongeni does not listen to the wife.
Yes.
So now Mbongeni now has a goal now, which now I want to do better now. I want to do better in terms of gelling together. So now Mbongeni now must come up with a goal, must set a goal and say now, I want to be a good listener. So now he needs to come into a space now where he says to himself now, I want to be a good listener. When my wife speaks, I don't want to be the one always talking. I want to develop a habit of listening to her when she speaks to me. I want to get the message from her. So now you're gonna have to calm yourself down and listen. You're going to develop a habit of listening to her without interrupting her. So it's not going to be a one-day thing again. It's not going to be a second day. You're going to have to put yourself into practicing it, until eventually you come to a point where by now you are able to sit and listen when she speaks.
In the illustration that you just gave now, right? I want us to point out the pattern there. And I understand, Muti, we're also speaking about the reversing of that pattern. Because now you're saying you want to listen to your wife and stuff. But what is the actual pattern that needed to be changed?
Well, the thing here is you develop the pattern that says I want to listen with the intention to understand. It's not just listen, because normally when she speaks to, when she says something to you, there's a pattern within you that is reaction. You react towards. You react with anger. You react with all these sort of things that are hindering what she is saying to you. Because in most cases, when truth is presented to you, then what's going to happen? You're going to react in a certain way. The reason why you react in a certain way, you are hindering what is being said. So you're failing to understand what is being said. So now it helps you as a person in that space would develop this thing with now. I want to understand what is being said. So you're gonna have to work on it day by day. With I want to listen with the intention to understand.
To understand, yeah. Because with me, my pattern was if my wife was talking, I would listen to respond, not to understand.
Yes.
Right? I will listen to defend myself.
Yes, that's the word I was.
Like you're saying, yes, Guti, when the truth is presented, then I want to defend myself, right? And the biggest one was I would listen to give a resolution to whatever she's talking about, right?
Yeah.
And that was my pattern. And the reversal of that pattern was exactly what you're talking about now, Guti. How now do I listen attentively, and be proactive to say, in my listening, every time that this thing comes up of wanting to give a solution, and I still struggle with that even now, So I'm saying this because I want people to understand patterns as well. Guti, from your story, I'm relating to your story in this way, Guti. My pattern would have been, I don't listen to understand.
Yes.
And to hear her. I listened to want to give a response or a solution.
Yeah, I think what causes that, it's caused by the issue of backgrounds we coming from. So remember when let's assume that my wife is 20 years. Let's assume that I'm also 20 years.
Okay.
So
20 years of age.
Yes.
So
then if the both of us in just one day we get married, then you have 40 years of experience in just one day.
Okay.
So it's the 20 and the 20. 20 plus 20 put together is 40 years. So it's 40 years of experience, of background experience. So now you'll find there's a problem there. Just imagine in just one day, 40 years, boom, in one day, boom, in the house, boom. So there's a problem there. Personally, I still struggle to listen to my wife. There's all this cultural thing which when you're a Zulu man, your word goes, but it does not work in marriage. Yeah, at some point in time, you need to also understand that not everything you say will go.
Sure. I'm laughing because for whatever reason I knew we were going to go back to background check.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew Guti, and it's something that we've spoken about, and it's always going to come up, right? Guti, even these patterns come from even our background.
Yes.
Now we're coming in together. We're trying to make it work. Now, you're talking about the best gift that you can give your wife. It's yourself. So tell me more about that.
Yeah. So you actually cannot lead beyond yourself.
Okay. Okay. Say that again.
You cannot lead beyond yourself. I normally say this to my wife, Uti, there is no such a thing as a perfect marriage. It does not exist. Yeah. It's something that has been worked on. There is no April that falls on the tree and say, I'm perfect marriage, I'm perfect success. No, it's something that somebody intentionally decided that I'm going to work on this.
Yeah.
I was watching some cartoons with my son this other day. So here's what was happening. So this boy was trying to do a puzzle, but now he's doing a puzzle without a picture. So in other words, he's trying. So he gets angry and gets frustrated with, I can't do this thing. So he throws these things away and say, no, this thing is frustrating me. So now what this boy lacked, he did not see the picture that as he works on this puzzle, there is a picture that is looking at, oh yeah, as I work on this is the picture that I'm trying to build. So now as he does this, as he's doing this puzzle, putting puzzle together, he's aware now, this is actually what I'm trying to build. So now this is what a lot of guys are messing up. They are trying to build, but there is no picture that they are seeing. Oh, this is what I'm trying to build. So they're just doing it. That's why they get so frustrated. That's why they they keep on fighting. Why? Because there is no picture that they are looking at. This is what we want to achieve.
Wow. Like, now you've just made me to have so many questions, you know, and I don't want to mess this up. Now, I want us to go to link this up. You said you cannot lead beyond yourself.
Yes.
The picture one, we're still going to go there. Explain that part. What do you mean when you say I cannot lead beyond myself?
Well, this is very simple. Normally, what we do, we love to take people to places that we have never been ourselves. So we try to give you a teaching that has never worked for me. So now what I'm doing, I'm trying to import it to the next person. Which no, I want you to apply this, but for personally, it has never worked for me. So now what you are doing, you are trying to be tricky with that, and you are trying to take this and you're trying to say, yes, take this. Now so this is where it's a problem. Which how then do I say 1, 2, 3, 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4 has never worked in my space. In my space, how do I import that to you? So it's very, very, very important. When you are a person, it's very important to fill yourself with information, fill yourself with knowledge, so that by the time you are in that space of wanting to teach, you know what you can teach who you are.
Am I getting you right when I say, so it goes back to what you said, Guti, if there's a marriage that looks good, it's because somebody has worked on it.
Yes.
So to avoid leading beyond yourself is you must empower yourself.
Yes.
And do the things that needs to be done so that you can lead from the front.
Yes.
Not from the back and say, go then, but I've been here, I've worked on this thing. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Link that up with the picture. Because that's a big one. Where we are in marriages sometimes. And we're trying to put things together, but not that we don't have a picture, we're avoiding even the picture. And I'm talking from experience where I've done counseling. Where somebody listens and asks me a question, and I've got 18 years experience of marriage. This is what is happening. And I've got somebody sitting next to me who was 10 years in marriage. There's experience, right? And another couple, I think, was like 12 years or something. But this guy doesn't want to hear anything that we're saying because he feels like what we are saying is just too far-fetched. So he wants to create his own picture. It has worked for me for this long, so there's a picture. Maybe you can try and work on this picture, but this guy wants counseling, doesn't want to work on this picture.
There's a verse in the Bible, it's Amos 3:3. It says, two cannot walk together unless they
agree.
They agree.
Okay.
So we have taken the scripture and we made it like now. This thing must be. It's a now thing now. It's a now thing. But it's not always the case. Even with marriage counseling, the one mistakes that we do is we try to create an environment that will, in just one day or in just a moment, will make things good. And it's not like that. We need to teach people that there is a process that we need to travel to. There's a process that we need to travel to. It's not just after one counseling session, then that's it, we've got it. No. There's a journey that we must travel. We need to be intentional in terms of, as Ceci Boni the picture, it's not gonna happen by one day. It's gonna take time. Remember, as we build, we also discovering things that we are not supposed to build.
as we build, we discovering things that we're not supposed to build.
Yeah, when you are building a house, you also realize no, that was not supposed. This is not supposed to be there. So what you do, you cut it out. This want to put this, you discover no, this is not supposed to be there. So you cut it out. So now you have to build according to the plan. So the picture is just and it gives you an idea of a plan. Which this is the plan that we want to work on. We want to be when I have a good financial, healthy family. So now we are going to build according to pattern. This is the pattern we are going to build.
Yes, because I wanted you to give me an example of the picture.
Yes. Let me give you. I like to be practical.
Okay.
Let's okay. In my space, in my marriage, I don't like to handle issues of finance because I know in my space with finances, I'm not that I'm reckless with them, but I feel my wife she's more capable in handling finances. She can do that. I am in the space where I'm very compassionate. So if anyone can call and say no, I have a need. So I just take money and I not orgasm. So but when I know which money is in my wife's care, I know which money will be handled well. So in that space, so I don't tamper with that. I know there is a weakness with it around me in that regards of money. So now the best person to handle this it's the matter.
Mbongeni, sure. I think there's a lot that you have said, and again with our listeners as well, it's never enough time to unpack everything that we spoke about. But you spoke about, when we first started, we were talking about the best gift that you can give to your partner, your wife, your husband, is the best you, right? Which means you must work on yourself. Before, but you also raised up the issue, not only before, but in marriage. Now, when you said, Guti, now I realize, Guti, I'm not good with finances. So, if I'm not good in finances, then I need to work that out, right? You also spoke about what very important thing. You said you can never find a marriage and think it just happened like that. My wife always says, Guti, it doesn't come from take a lot and gets dropped perfect in your land. You said somebody has to work on it. And working on it, part of it is working on yourself. Yeah. Am I right? And then this, and I think this one we will again dive on this one when you come back. Leading, you cannot lead beyond yourself. Yeah. I think there's so much in there. So I can already see the glow in your eyes, like you wanna tackle this part and stuff, Yeah. And the picture, we spoke about the picture, that you need to have a picture so that while you are building, you know what you are building towards, right? And I've seen it in counseling where people come and they don't have that picture. But I think the thing that you brought up the most for me was the patterns. And in trying to understand what patterns are, for me, patterns means behavior. Am I right?
Yes.
It's behaviors that you are, like saying, 20 years old man and a 20 years old lady, they get married, and now you've got 40 years of experience at one go. And this is 40 years of behaviors.
Yes.
40 years of patterns.
Oh, so much. Yeah.
What is there anything else you want to say about that?
I think I want to close from this.
Okay.
That you need to love and lead. Practice patience.
Love and lead and practice patience.
So what I mean by this is you will discover that people are not perfect. So our partners are not perfect. We are also not perfect.
Yes.
So that's why it's very, very crucial that we practice patience. I was driving a car this other time. So I was driving a car. Here is a car that I was following this car. So I discovered that in that car there was a L sign on the car. So in my mind, automatically it kicks in, Guti, this is a learner driver.
Okay.
So as this is a learner driver, then now when I drive now, I'm cautious, Guti, I'm driving next to a learner drive. So whatever they are doing, it does not bother me. Why? Because now I understand Guti, they are what? They are a learner. It's just a learner driver. So when bringing this into a marriage perspective, we also need to understand, Guti, when your partner makes a mistake, what actually now we are doing, we understand, Guti, she's a learner driver. So now whatever she say, now this drives you, Guti. No, she's just a learner driver. When she is behaving in a certain way that now it's not comfortable, so now you understand, Guti, now she's a learner drive. So it will limit a lot. It will limit a lot of attention within the space of marriage now, because now it also help us to be more patient with each other. We become more patient with each other. That as we building each other, it's not Tom and Jerry. It's work, and as it's work, we're gonna hate each other as we build each other. So in closing this, I would like to emphasize that let's be patient with one another.
Wow, man, I think that illustration for me drives a lot of things home, right? Like you're saying, that if there's somebody in front of you and has an L, that's why, I don't know, people have got this thing of not putting an L anymore, right? They don't put an L, and they're on the public road, and then they wonder why everybody is hooting at them. Why everybody... So there's also that side where you must accept the fact that you are a learner, right? And the other one must accept that as well, that that person sees you, but now you're also a learner. You're making an effort, you're trying to get somewhere. Because that learner, we know he wants to get a license, and ultimately wants to drive along. So we know that this person is getting somewhere. He's working on something, but he's a learner. That's why we are patient with them. So, wow. I think I'm not gonna spoil that.
Yes.
But Mbongeni, we would love to have you come back, and we talk so much about this because I can see the points that you've got there. So I would like for Mbongeni to come back again, because I think there's a whole lot that we need to unpack in what he has spoken about. This is the first time he was with us. We only have the time that we have. But thank you once more again for you guys joining us. This is Relating Relationships. We are addicted to good conversations with Uvuswa Nkosi, Mbongeni, Babkhanyile. Thank you so much. See you again.
We depend on you. We rely on you.